Make your offer so good that it's expensive. It's more expensive to say no than it is to say yes to. Now, if I'm talking about offers, it would be inconsiderate for me not to make an offer to you today, right? I mean, it wouldn't make sense if I didn't. So I do have an offer for you today. And the offer that I have for you today, ironically, is probably the weakest offer that I could make. So I'm teaching you about how to make killer offers. I call it the opportunity of a lifetime. I thought that was pretty clever. Somebody said, you sure that's what you want to call it? Yeah, whatever, right? I'm not making a strong offer today. Now, everybody that's speaking today, tomorrow, and the next is making you an offer, whether they realize it or not. And every time you're talking to anybody, you're making an offer, whether you realize it or not. The offer that I'm making to you today is going to be very weak. And I will tell you why in a second, okay? But in order for you to understand the context of what makes a good offer and what doesn't make a good offer, we have to break down its components. The first component is what you get. I just like to call it get for short because, my brain doesn't work that good. So one word, easy, right? So what you get. This is typically what people think an offer is. It's the least important part of the offer. What people got during that ASM promotion was their course. That was only a small portion. I had over 2,000 people rebuy a product that they already owned just to get my free bonuses. I mean, it's a digital product. You don't need two of them, right? One is good enough. Two doesn't make you twice as rich. So my offer, what they get, is the first component. So what are you going to get from me in 45 minutes? You're going to get as best as I can on a stage here in front of you, speaking off of whatever my demented brain decides to do, because I'm working without a net here. I don't got no slides. This could be great or it could be interesting. Let's put it that way, right? So what you're getting is some ideas. So what I'm trying to offer up to you is some ideas that you can go back at, look at, and say, I can work on this. What I'm really offering to you is the ability for you to grow as an individual. What I'm really offering to you is a war with your limitations you currently have. And that's not a very good offer. I'm trying to get you better at playing poker, when a better offer would be we just find really bad people to play poker again. So you don't have to get better, and you could get a better result. Okay? So this is why this is not a very good offer here today. I'm going to do my best, right? So the second thing is the cost, what you pay in order to get it. So you had to pay a fee in order to be into this room. Some of you flew across the country to be here. You're staying in a hotel and you're paying for it. So you're paying for a lot. And hopefully the value you get exceeds what you pay in order to get it. But my part is a part of a bigger piece of everything that you get. And so the argument is you're not paying just to see me alone. You get me as an add-on or as a component of what your offer is, and that could be good, that could be bad. Because the challenge is some of you are at this level in the game. Some of you are starting at this level of the game. Some of you sell digital products. Some of you sell physical products. Some of you sell services. Some of you are selling things that I can't even understand. How am I supposed to give a message that all of you, or as many of you as possible, can take impact and do that? How do I do that without watering it down or without making sacrifices? It's tough. I lost sleep over it last night. I'm like, okay, if I go high level, I maybe reach these people, but people getting started, maybe I miss them. If I go low level and start, and low doesn't mean a derogatory sense, it just means you're at the start of your game. If I'm trying to teach you the finer points of the art and you don't know how to hold the crayons yet, I'm a bad coach. You're not a bad student. And so this is challenging for me. So we're going to work through it together. We're going to try to figure it out. When you give stuff away for free is often the most expensive thing you can do for somebody. Free is usually the most expensive option for people because that puts the effort on them. I want it to put the effort on me and the least amount of effort on you. So cost is the second component. Third is the bonus. The bonus is everything. I got no bonuses for you today. I apologize. I feel really bad about that. There's no incentive to have bonuses if you're not making money first. I can't as easily conjure up bonuses if I'm not reaching into my own pocket out of profit. So, when I spoke at Lamar's event here a couple months ago, we gave everybody a book. That was a bonus. It's a $10 Kindle book, right? It's not that great of a bonus, but it's at least something. And so this is interesting because I can't do the things today that I would do if I was making you a proper offer. So a lot of you, and I know this because I've listened to you, and I know of this because I've worked with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of customers in 131 different countries. And they all tend to struggle with the same stuff. They have this issue where if I sell you something, I've somehow harmed you or done you a disservice. And so they sell from the heel. They say, you kind of maybe sort of possibly might want this. And that's a tragedy. And I'm hoping that maybe I can break through today and fix that. Maybe that's the thing that can resonate with you the most. And so what we do is we create the bonuses to make it so irresistible that only an idiot would say no to the offer. But that's how we structure it. The bonuses are the most important thing. So here's what's ironic. Everybody will disagree with me. All these gurus out here will disagree with me, and they'll say, Jason, we show them everything we get, and then we show cost. You show this much of what you get, then you offer, you tell them where to go to buy it, and then you really show them what they get. And I don't know who's right or wrong. My evidence that maybe I'm right is I got more money than them, and I got more success than them. But I don't know who's right or not. It just beats me. So people tend to move on to this, but here's where it comes from. People are afraid that if I don't show you everything first before I ask for the money, that you'll somehow jump up, run out, and never see me again. That's not true. Most people are going to say no to the best things you offer the very first time you offer them. Why do you suppose that is? They're scared. That's why they say no. And they're not scared of you, they're scared of themselves. They know who they are today, but man, what if you give them another option? Now you create an existential crisis. Oh, shoot, maybe I've been underperforming. I can admit that and pay you money to get better, or I could say, no, everything's good, pay you no money and stay the same. Most people are going to say no. This is okay. It's not a personal issue.